Woodward Sports, let's go!
Woodward Sports Network, let's go!
And happy Tuesday morning to you. Welcome to the Morning Woodward Show right here on the Woodward Sports Network, Detroit's all-digital sports network. My name is Stick, and Joey, this is a monumental moment for us.
Monumental.
Who's that?
Who is that?
I'm the Black Autumn.
What does that mean?
Corey's back, baby.
Oh, okay, welcome back, Corey.
What does Black Autumn mean?
Black Adam.
I said Black Adam.
Oh, Autumn. Oh, I was like, Autumn. Like, I thought it was some wrestler thing that you were referring to. I'm like, who's the Black Autumn? I've never heard of the guy.
Knowing Corey, he's coming in with a T-shirt tomorrow that says Black Autumn.
Black Autumn.
The WWE edition.
You know, I'm going to get one made right after the show.
Well, welcome back, Corey. I mean, you've been off the morning show for what, like a week and a half now?
About that.
Sean talked about it yesterday. Sean had COVID, so that's why he was out for 2 weeks. And Corey, obviously being the champion that he is, filled in. And we were lucky enough to have Adam fill in for you. But we were just moving pieces all over the place to make sure that this whole network keeps running. And Corey has proven to be our Don Kelly. You are a utility guy, baby.
Hey, that's what we talked about when I got here. I was going to be a Swiss Army knife. So.
That's right.
Literally. And that's the thing, man. We're proud of you because, you know, our little Corey never did a show a couple months ago. And now, dude could be on any show on this network.
Yep. Congrats, Corey.
Yeah,
Corey.
What can I say? Thank you.
So, yeah, welcome. Obviously, Corey is to my right. Joey is to my left.
I'm still here, guys.
Yep, Joey's
still here,
as always. Alex is producing today. Fish is making sure mics and sounds amazing. And Adam is here just making sure that we all stay in line. Plus, he's got his bets coming up at 8:50. We got Fish Facts coming up today. Dumbass of the day. Lots of stuff planned on the show. And honestly, we're kind of starting out with Dumbass of the day.
Literally.
Did you guys see? This came out yesterday. Now that reports are, now that's been settled, obviously, we know what happened with Matthew Stafford here in Detroit. He got traded to the LA Rams, but there were some other suitors for Mr. Stafford, and apparently one of the offers they got was
heavy hitters.
Yes, it was from the Denver Broncos. And did you guys see this offer?
That was an offer?
I think so. The Denver Broncos did make an offer, a trade offer to the Lions for Matthew Stafford before they got outbid by the Rams. The offer, the 9th overall pick for Stafford and a second-round pick.
The only thing I want to know is whether the Lions hung up the phone or left them on read. That's all I want to know. That's because that's laughable. That's a laughable offer. That I'm critical of Matthew Stafford. I've always been, but that kind of trade right there is a slap in the face.
Like, this came out? Was this trade offered before we ended up getting the offer with the Rams, or where does this lie?
So. Yeah, I don't know when in the chronological timeline of when they got trade offers it was, but it's just crazy to me to think about what we got compared to what some people were offering. And all that does is just makes me even more confident in the Holmes regime and what they're doing and how they're finessing the entire league. Because obviously, not only did we get more than that, we got another first-round pick. We got Jared Goff to go along with it, and we didn't have to give up anything. We gave up Stafford, but we didn't have to give up more picks. We didn't have to do anything like that.
They wanted a second. They wanted us to give up Stafford and a second rounder with a pick swap. That was pretty stupid. And we get back Drew Lock.
Yeah, was Drew Lock part of the deal?
Drew Lock wasn't part of the deal.
So it was just 9th overall pick.
That's it.
Hold on, I thought Drew Lock was part of the deal.
No, and that was the thing. Like, Drew Lock could have been part of the deal, but they said, from what I was reading, that they wanted Drew Lock to stay there to, kind of the same position
That's
we
right,
were in with Stafford. It's all right. Let's give Drew Lock a couple years. Maybe he can prove himself. But right now, let's cash in when we can with Matthew Stafford. And obviously, it didn't happen. But with that being said, let's play make-believe, okay? Mm-hmm. What would happen if the Lions had the 7th and the 9th pick this year?
Are you stupid? Are you an idiot? Are you dumb? You're dumb.
It's not going to happen. I know it's not going to happen. We turned down that trade.
Where's Adam, man? I miss Adam.
We miss Adam already. But for real, if we had the 7 and the 9, how would that change your approach to this year's draft?
Definitely would get a receiver and go defense on if I had the 7 and the 9. Who knows? Might even go quarterback in defense. It's a lot of possibilities with that. Also, you could probably package one of those picks and trade down and get more, second rounder picks and some first next year. It's a lot of possibilities when you got 2 first round picks in the same draft. You can load up that year or you can load up later.
I mean, when you say that question, I mean, obviously we would need a quarterback because the deal doesn't have Drew Lock, correct? Or are you saying currently with what we have?
Well, yeah. I mean, I guess we wouldn't have a quarterback if we made that trade. So without the quarterback, obviously you're looking at 7 and 9 overall.
Okay, so no Stafford, no Jared Goff,
no Goff,
7 and 9.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, you got to go quarterback, and then with that, obviously there's not many receivers that we got on the squad right now. So it's a tough one. It just really depends on who's on the board at that point. For sure, you're going to need a quarterback, though.
Right. No, I
so let me ask you this: would you be happy with that offer if the Rams never came out?
No. I would have been pissed with that offer. Like, well,
it's
honestly,
tough because
all
we
I
got
wanted back was a
this.
first-round pick. If I go back to what I was thinking months ago, it's like, man, if we could get a first-round pick for Stafford, that would be a good trade. Now, obviously, since we cashed in, it's like anything less than what we got would have been stupid.
Right.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I guess if you would have asked me 2-3 months ago, I would have been like, yeah, okay, I'll take a first-round pick for Matthew Stafford.
That's what I'm saying.
But with that, we had to trade back a second, too. So, really, you're just trading up 32 places? I don't know.
Yeah.
I think hindsight is 20/20.
Right.
So, if that, of course, we know we have the better deal in that moment. I about have been like, maybe. I definitely probably would have asked for more back. I definitely would have took back Drew Lock. I mean, he's proven that he's nothing. Last year, he led the league in interceptions and pick sixes. I don't want that guy here. So
yeah, Drew Lock is not a franchise quarterback,
and that's apparently who the Lions had counter offered for the trade to get him back. So, nah. I wouldn't have liked that deal to begin with anyway. I think it would have been better deals out there for Stafford, even with getting that number 9 pick back.
Yeah, well, I'm glad they turned it down, and I'm glad we got what we did. And I love the headline for this: "Ducking Broncos," because we ducked that trade.
It's crazy looking back on it now because, like you said, at that moment when we were shopping around for Matthew Stafford, the deal wouldn't have looked awful. I still wouldn't have been super happy with it. But now looking back, it's like, are you guys stupid?
Right.
Literally ducking Broncos.
Like, we got 2 first-round picks and a potentially good quarterback. We'll find out, but I have hope for him. But with that being said, other teams in the draft are now starting to get rumor of trading up. Washington is still being one of them. And I know, Corey, you and I have been excited about that athletic report that came out like 2 months ago about what Washington could potentially offer us for this. Yeah, I actually saw the same rumor out there again recently. So it's like, oh, so Washington's still in the game. And I really think it all depends on draft day. If there's a quarterback available there, Washington's going to trade up. But you're also hearing the Cowboys wanting to trade up. So out of those teams, which one would you want to trade up with? I guess it all depends on what we get, but what do you want to do?
If that Washington deal is still out there, that's the one I would want to take. I want to see how desperate the Cowboys would get to trade up. But if the Washington deal, I think that's the best one. The Lions trade down. They don't have the pressure of taking one of those. They don't have the pressure of blowing another top 10 pick. They can get somebody in the later in the draft who can be just as serviceable. And they get another draft pick next year. I love that. So that way you will have 3 first-rounders next year and then 2 the year after that. Woo-wee. That's how you build. That is how you build with the draft when you have a Brad Holmes and a John Dorsey in office. You acquire more draft capital.
And you look at it right now, I mean, there's really no position that you could pinpoint that's like, we need this in this draft, because I feel like if we could trade down and get better value out of these draft picks that we got, why not do it at this point?
Yeah, no, I mean, God, I cannot wait. Can you guys believe the draft is like 2 weeks away? Like 2 weeks away, this NFL draft. And if you're watching right now on any of the social platforms, make sure you drop who you want us to draft in the comments, and we'll go through them. Because I want to know what everybody else is thinking about number 7. Do you want to trade up? Do you want to trade out? Do you have a specific player in mind? Because I think we've debated almost everybody. I mean, we got to the point of debating Rashawn Slater to the damn Lions last week. So we've gone through the gauntlet. Wide receiver, quarterback, lineman, Micah Parsons at linebacker. The only position we haven't looked at is cornerback for the Lions.
No.
So you don't want Patrick Surtain?
No.
Why not?
If they didn't draft Jeff Okudah last year, then okay, maybe. No.
But think Okudah and Surtain.
No.
Just use Okudah.
Yeah.
Surtain, okay, but Okudah?
Yeah, Okudah's got to show out this year, that's for sure.
See, but that's the crazy part about it. Okudah did show out leading into his NFL draft, obviously. That's why we took him. The scouts saw something special in him. It's such a risky take for a cornerback unless your defense is already pretty solid to begin with, to just add a star cornerback coming out of college. That's why that's a scary position to go after.
It is. And it generally takes cornerbacks a couple years to adjust to the NFL. Like, very few have just come in the league and be dominant. That's why I'm not panicking on the Okudah pick. I mean, you went from saying Quintez Cephas was the best man you ever guarded in your life.
Right.
And literally, that's what he said. He was the best guy he ever covered in college, to going up against Justin Jefferson, Julio Jones, Odell Beckham, Jarvis Landry. I mean, like, you're going up against the pros now. So there is some time for adjustment. And let's be honest, that defense did not put them in position to win last year.
For the Lions, they have Jared Goff for the next couple of years. I would just like to see them go ahead and grab him some weapons to see what you can get out of him first. Obviously, they have holes that they need to address on the defense. I would like to see them address those and later on in the draft. But in that first pick, and if they're going to hold and stand pat at number 7, I would like to see them get either a Jamar Chase, maybe even Kyle Pitts if he's there. I would like to see them go in that direction. If one of those linemen are there, definitely want to look at either Rashawn Slater or Penei Sewell. But outside of that, I'm kind of off of defense with the first pick. I wouldn't be mad at it. But I want them to go offense because you got Jared Goff for the next couple years. See what you got with him.
Yeah, well, I'm looking forward to the draft, and we're doing a draft party. We're going to live stream it.
Don't reveal all the details yet.
Okay, all right.
Not yet.
Can't reveal all the details yet, but one detail I can share with you is that Joik Bell will be here, so we'll get to watch a draft with a former Lion, which is going to be amazing. It's going to be fun. But
Can we get Bischoff there too?
Yeah, Bischoff would be amazing there. I know Sean wanted to do it here in the studio, and we still may do that. But we also may be downtown hosting a draft party. Maybe on a rooftop somewhere. I don't know. That's all the details I can give for right now. But
can't believe the Lions are going to let us out on the top of the roof.
Top of Ford Field.
Ford Field. This is going to be crazy.
That would be amazing if the Lions actually let us do that. But no, I mean, we want to get out. We want to be a part of the, Detroit. Like, that's what this whole Woodward sports thing is about, us being in the community. Especially Darren McCarty, he'll tell you that. Like, that's the whole point of this, is us being amongst the people. And we are the people, so we want to be amongst ourselves. Like,
you're right.
I've gone to draft parties before downtown, and now we get a chance to host one if it's downtown. I don't want to give away too much, damn it.
You haven't at all. Keep going.
Yeah, keep going. Just
Quit
keep
slipping.
talking. Just keep talking. But either way, if we are able to pull this one off downtown, the public will be invited, and it'll be a big party. If not, it's going to be here in the studio, and the public will be invited, and it'll be a big party. So,
either way, it's going to be a big party.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And, should we do it like a mock draft? Like, we go up and announce the picks as well?
Like, or before it happens, or once we find out who it is?
Like, literally,
then go up.
Roger Goodell walks up on stage, and we're watching, and we're maybe 10 seconds behind him. So when he makes the announcement, we make the announcement.
The crazy part about this is Twitter honestly does reveal draft picks before they're even announced on TV.
Oh,
so,
yeah, if you're following the right person, you're going to see all them picks. I'm like, damn.
I get pissed. I hate that so much, but Twitter really does run the world, so that's why you got to follow us at Woodward Sports on Twitter.
That's right. Yeah, remember during the Pistons draft party that we did? Like, every pick was out before. Always walking out, okay, well, we already know what's going on here.
Right.
Yeah, after a while, I just kind of put my phone down because I kind of wanted the suspense.
Right.
I think I might, I think I might do that this year. I might just put my phone down for a quick second because I like the suspense of not knowing sometimes.
It's tough when you're the breaking news guy.
I know, though. I know.
You see Darren McCarty call you out yesterday?
Oh, crap, I missed it. I was doing some work.
Oh, because, obviously the Red Wings made a big trade, and we'll talk about that later. Darren McCarty is going to come in to talk about it. But he was like, where's Corey with the breaking news?
You know what happened?
You don't care about hockey. That's what happened.
See, what happened was I was at the doctor.
Yeah. You went from doing work to being at the doctor.
Where's your NHL notifications? You got those on your phone?
Actually, I do.
That's what Easy said. He's like, it's NHL. I doubt Corey was covering it.
Yeah, because the Red Wings traded Mantha, right?
Yes, sir.
See, I mean,
Wow.
Corey, I'm coming back on fire.
Wow.
So
NHL football hockey writers of America.
Yeah, NHL hockey
Recruit this guy.
That would be amazing. What's also amazing, these guys, 8 Mile Vodka. It's our new friends, and we're just a bunch of local people that started this company, and so are they. We're putting out a great product, and so are they. Everybody that we let try this says it's amazing, it's smooth, it's wonderful, and it's also born here in Detroit, which is, you got to get behind it, man. Why support any other vodka from any other place when you got a good one right here in Detroit? So thank you guys at 8 Mile Vodka for everything that you do for the community, for the city, and for providing us with delicious beverages. And Friday's coming, Joey, and we got to do another slap shot
Hey,
soon.
Corey, you want to smack the shit out of your boss?
Nah, I'll pass.
We got to just have guests. That's what we're going to. Let's go record this one out on the streets. I don't want to do this in the studio.
I'll have somebody smack me on the
We'll go up,
streets.
and I'm going to find a random-ass person that could smack you.
All right, we'll do that. So, yeah, slap shots coming up this Friday. Let's take a break. When we come back, Tigers last night. Casey Mize looking good.
Hi, I'm David Hall from Hall Financial. And at Hall Financial, we treat our clients like family. And our number one priority is giving each of our clients 5-star service. Our passion for 5-star service, combined with our expertise, allows us to find the best possible solution for refinancing your home loan. We take the time to focus on both the individual and the numbers. We're going to walk you through the process and close your loan in half the time of our competition. Go to davidhallmortgage.com today.
Welcome back to the Morning Woodward Show on the Woodward Sports Network, Detroit's all-digital sports network. Thank you guys for waking up with us, throwing your comments in the comments section on YouTube and on Facebook and on Twitch, and just making sure you're following us on all social media. We're almost to 10,000 on Facebook. So if you guys know anybody that would like Woodward Sports, make sure you tag them in this and share the page with them, because we want to reach that 10,000 mark. Can we do it by the end of the day?
Man, I think it's possible.
We're only like 140 away.
I mean, all you got to do is, if you share this post, you're watching on Facebook right now, you share this post, say, hey, follow at Woodward Sports.
Yep, and then we're almost 3,000 on YouTube. So if you know people on YouTube, have them subscribe. Like, we're just trying to build this out, and thank you guys so much for helping us with the growth. And speaking of growth, the Detroit Tigers, baby. Last night, they looked good, and Casey Mize looked great. I first kind of want to touch on AJ Hinch, though. This was him returning to the Houston Astros ballpark for the first time since the cheating scandal. And when he got kind of let go, it was unceremonious getting out of there. But the fans brought him back. Obviously, they still have respect for him. Look at this reception. Standing ovation. Nice little video montage playing.
Where's he at? Is that him out there on the field?
Yeah. And here he comes, out tipping his cap to everybody. And it's good to see, man. Even though, like, that whole cheating scandal, and I didn't think AJ Hinch handled it the best when it happened. He was kind of a deny till you die guy until he got caught. Then he owned up to it, and I didn't love what he said about his locker room, and he didn't really know it was going on. To me, that's either a lie or you're a bad coach because you don't know what's going on in your locker room, and I don't like either of those options. But since then, he's owned up to everything that he's done, and he doesn't run from it anymore either. Like, he'll talk about it, and he did this post-game interview, and I thought it was great how he handled this.
Houston fans have been incredible to me, both before the sign stealing, after the sign stealing, when I was the manager there. Now that I'm not the manager there, the Houston fans have been tremendously supportive to me and my family, and it's home for me, and that city matters to me. The fans have been tremendous, and obviously it'll be very emotional when I see him.
So, I mean, the fact that he's just even, like, blatantly referring to it as the cheating scandal or the stealing signs, like, he ain't hiding from it anymore. It's out there, and it's in front of everybody.
Hey, man, AJ Hinch, you all right with me. You ain't cheating. You ain't trying. They got to go ahead and honor him there for what he did, regardless of the scandal. 3 division titles, 2 pennants, 1 World Series, 3-2-1. Got to give it up for him. He's led them to what? I think it was in 2019, they had a record 107 wins for the franchise. I mean, honor the guy. You don't like how he handled it, but he did bring them their only World Series and provided that entire city and state a hell of a moment. Give him his flowers.
I want to play devil's advocate on this one because, we're in this whole cancel culture, the world right now. No matter what you do, it's just, all right, cancel him.
Right.
What made this different for him as to why he kind of got, not by with it, but people are being more forgiving on this one?
I mean, to me personally, I can only speak for me personally, I don't think what they did was over the top awful. If you're stealing signs has been a part of baseball since the beginning of baseball. Like, that's why catchers give multiple signs when there's a guy on second. If it was all an honor system and we never stole signs, catchers wouldn't even have to go through that type of, rigmarole to just try to fool the guy on second. So stealing signs has always been a part of the game. And I don't know why they've gotten off so easy. The fact that nobody on the team got suspended and kind of the managers and the ownership fell on the grenade and kind of protected the rest of their team, that's part of the reason why you're not hearing so much about it, because literally 0 players got suspended for that cheating scandal. 0 players.
And if this were to happen any other time in history, there's way more suspensions. There's way more just punishments for something like this. So that's why I was like, I like to see that because, you were mentioning that it's not that big of a deal. Like, I like that.
But to your point, I think that's why a lot of fans were very open to him, because none of those players got suspended. He did. He's the one who had to fall on the sword for that. So, and he paid his dues for it, and rightfully so. But, man, baseball is corrupt anyway. It's a whole steroid era. So how mad are you really going to get at this guy for some gamesmanship?
That's what I'm saying. Like, and I love that you use the term gamesmanship. Like, stealing signs is gamesmanship, but it's not like these guys were pumping steroids in them. It's not like they were using technology. To me, that's when you cross the line, is when you bring, like, modern things into this.
Yeah.
Like, if somebody was in the outfield or, like, just, I don't know, using buzzers like they said that Altuve had under him to let him know which pitch, which I don't believe that was actually happening. I believe they were banging on trash cans, letting them know if it's a fastball or a curveball, and that's it. And the fact that nobody could figure out that, oh, man, they're banging on that trash can a lot.
So random dudes just hitting the trash can.
And, oh, my God, like, the Astros hit a lot better at home than they do on the road. Like, just little things like that. But, it's baseball, man. There's pitchers in the Hall of Fame that are known because they doctored the baseball, because they put pine tar on it, because they spit on it, because they would keep stuff behind their ear. Like, and those guys are in the Hall of Fame celebrated. So
why do they view this as a cheating scandal?
Because it's cheating. I mean, it is. Like, by the definition of the rule. Like, they were using outside things to influence the game. It's cheating. It is. But at the end of the day, like I said, when I was in Little League Baseball, 12 years old, one of my jobs was to watch the third base coach and try to decipher his signs.
But, like...
And that's not cheating. That's like
smart. If you could, if you could break that down and analyze whatever the heck he's doing...
Usually by like the second or third inning, I would have a good idea of what their signs were.
Because you were scouting.
Right, exactly.
You were scouting. It's just like football, You're playing the game. You're seeing what they're doing. You're seeing the defense, and then you adjust.
Right.
What's different?
And see, like, that's fine. But when the Patriots are recording people during their practices... Like, that's when you cross the line, because now you're bringing in technology. It's not just you sitting there taking notes and figuring things out. It's you actually, like, recording it, taking it back, and then implementing it into your game plan. So,
but that's like going into like a privacy. That's privacy infringements. So it's totally different.
Right. Well, either way, AJ Hinch, I'm glad they brought him back yesterday and gave him the standing ovation. And also Texas, how cool is it to see 14,000 people in one place doing their damn thing?
I'm not jealous.
A care in sight.
No, and they're doing fine. They're doing fine. But the star of the night was Tigers' second-year pitcher, Casey Mize, who is hopefully our future here in Detroit. And if it's anything like last night, he looked good, man. He went 7 scoreless innings for the first time. The Tigers had someone go 7 scoreless to shutout innings since Michael Fulmer, and that was 2016 as one of his first wins. So to me, Mize was a star last night. That splitter was working. He was able to get out of trouble when he got guys on base. He was able to get those ground ball outs, which if you're a splitter pitcher, that's kind of your routine. You guys remember Rick Porcello? Like that kind of the game plan that we want out of Casey Mize, except he's a little more overpowering. But he got his first win last night as a Tiger, so clap it up for Casey Mize. First win as a Tiger. You know what? I got to give him the crowd cheering. Can we hit him with the crowd real quick, Fish?
He spoke on that too. He said, "Yeah, I got the beer shower, baby powder, orange juice, all of that stuff. I got baby oil all over. I'm worried about the baby oil."
That quote caused me to pause too.
Like pause, but I got baby oil all over me. I can't get it off. That'll probably be a couple days before that's gone. Don't want to know where the baby oil came from, but hey, everything else is.
Who brought the baby oil to pour all over him?
We need an investigation on that.
Yeah, that's a whole other question.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was reading the article too, and just that line stood out. Like,
who brought baby oil on the road, or have it in general?
I mean, baseball locker rooms are weird. Like, of all the locker rooms, baseball players are probably the weirdest dudes. And there's so much time to kill during a baseball game, and there's so much like downtime that that's why you see them putting bubble gum on people's hats and lighting their shoes on fire, and you never know what the hell's gonna go on in a baseball locker room.
I'd do some weird stuff too if I had to wait around for that long.
Right, you'd rub baby oil on you constantly
all day.
You're just sitting there in the dugout. It's like, oh yeah, this is
right through
good.
my chest here.
This is nice.
Oh Lord, what did I come back to?
Yeah, especially if you're a pitcher, because you only pitch once every 5 days.
Yeah.
So what the hell are you doing? Like
read a book,
right? Baby oil book. So yeah, that quote of him having baby oil all over him, that's not bad.
What do you think his potential is in the league? What are you expecting of him for the rest of the year?
Mize?
Yeah.
That. I mean, that's why we drafted him as high as we did, and that's what last year he didn't get a win, and I know it was a shortened season. The Tigers didn't play a lot, but still, he said it sat with him all off season, and obviously his first showing this year wasn't that great, but if he can keep that up, he's got the arm, he's got the control, the splitter was working. As long as that splitter's working for him, I think Mize is our future, and he has to be, because that's what we're hanging our hat on right now.
Imagine being in your rookie season like that and having not a single win. I know shortened season, but that's crazy.
Yeah.
Not a single win.
Me, just the casual fan, I'm just wondering, like, I'm not trying to put him in this guy's conversation. I'm just wondering, what would it take for, the city of Detroit to rally around him the same way the city rallied around Justin Verlander?
It'll take a couple outings like that and a no-no. Like,
Okay.
that's when it really got exciting, when it became must-see JV. Like, every time this dude took the mound, it could be a potential no-hitter. Mm-hmm. And to me, that's when Verlander became transcendent. Like, I remember Verlander's pitching, shit, you better be watching, listening to the game in some capacity.
Yeah, because like, to your point, must-see JV, like I said, I've never been the biggest baseball fan, but when I know Justin Verlander, I'm like, okay, let me see what he's about to do this game, because it was always going to be either he's going to have a phenomenal game, or is he going to get a no-hitter this game? It's not like he got them frequently, but he's that damn good where you like, it could happen. I could watch it. I could see it happen.
Well, there was a stretch there where he got his no-hitter, and then like every time out, he was flirting with one, like just a one-hitter or a two-hitter. And now in today's game, you don't see guys going complete games really anyway. So to have a horse like that on the mound, to me, the closest thing I've ever seen to Nolan Ryan, and Nolan Ryan was like my favorite pitcher as a kid. And when we got Justin Verlander and we saw this guy just constantly pitching 9 innings, it was amazing. And if Casey Mize could turn into that, ooh-wee, I'm excited. And then we got Torkelson coming up. You know, you hope Riley Green can do his thing. Like, I just hope there's some future here with the Tigers. It's a 2 to 3 year plan, but you can see sparks of it, and that's what you need to see. It's similar to every sports team that we have right now.
I mean, hey, this guy can't do any worse than Brad Ausmus. You know, even though Gardenhire was the last guy, but you know, I got confidence in AJ Hinch.
Don't bring up Brad Ausmus around me. I hate Brad Ausmus. Like, just not as a person, but as a coach. Like, the fact that when he was hired, he was like, they're handing me the keys to a Corvette. All I got to do is not crash it. And then he drove that shit off the fucking Ambassador Bridge. Like, he didn't just crash it. He destroyed that Corvette. And now we're lucky. Like, we're just like, we had Corvette keys once. Like, that's what... Gardenhire should have been the man right there. That should have been the hire instead of Ausmus. Hand Gardenhire the team that he could manage, not some first-year guy. Horrible decision. Really changed the course.
I'm sorry, I'm the bearer of bad news. I had to bring it back.
Yeah, don't ever. And Brad Ausmus, good-looking guy. He was great when he played here as a Tiger, too. I loved Ausmus when he played here. But as a coach...
You know what's crazy? Funny you mentioned that. At one of my million old jobs, that's all ladies at the job talked about his looks. We never heard anything about him being good as a coach.
Oh,
they would have never known him if it wasn't for the look. So for a girl to be talking baseball like that probably on a regular days basis, no clue about anything going on Tigers related.
Yeah, the dude just looked like a porn star and chick loved him. That's it. So, yeah. Oh, God. Why'd you have to bring up Brad? You threw me completely off. I was having a good time talking about Casey Mize.
I'm the black cat. I'm the guy who comes
You're
around.
the Black Autumn.
Yeah. That's it. I'm getting the shirt made after the show.
The Black
Autumn.
Joey, why don't you tell a little bit about Northwestern Tech?
Oh, man. If you don't want to be the Black Autumn, you could specialize in heating and cooling. NorthwesternTech.edu is the place where you can learn about their hands-on 10.5-month HVAC program, and there's so many success stories that this school has just produced. And I mean, right now is a perfect time for you to learn a brand new trade, get started on a brand new career. So go check it out for yourself. NorthwesternTech.edu.
Good morning, everyone.
Extra, read all about it.
Let's get into Joey's news.
Let's go!
So Julian Edelman, at the age of 34, officially announced his retirement. After last season's injury, the Patriots wide receiver was cut due to a failed physical, which I did some research on. This was actually beneficial for him because it made him eligible for the injury protection benefit, which is available to all players in the NFL, and now he could collect up to $2 million through this benefit. So good for you, Julian Edelman. And this is one of my favorite Edelman catches from the Super Bowl against the Falcons, which I love that catch so much.
Oh, dude, that changed the game, man. He was a monster in that game in the second half.
Yeah. I just love seeing little receivers like that. You know, like Wes Welker was like one of the first, and then you just start to see it become such a more common thing in the NFL now.
I have a bone to pick with whoever posted about Edelman being a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, who did? Was it someone for us?
Yeah. I mean, somebody posted that.
Mike, was that you?
All I'm going to say is this.
Listen,
Get the hell outta here.
It's a good conversation starter, but then you really dive deep in. I mean, you just compare him to a Hines Ward.
I'm just going to end that right here. If Sterling Sharp is not in the Hall of Fame, Julian Edelman is not getting in the Hall of Fame. Flat.
I saw the comment that replied to it is everybody's just confusing Julian Edelman, Wes Welker, and who's the guy we got here now?
Danny Amendola.
Danny Amendola.
Yeah,
it's all the same
they're
guy.
all really the same guy.
And that's why everyone thinks all those stats are combined in one player. And if that's true, Hall of Famer for sure. But yeah.
Now Wes Welker has a case. Julian Edelman, no.
Yeah. I mean, Edelman had big moments in big games, but that doesn't necessarily make you a Hall of Famer. No. Otherwise, David Tyree would be in the Hall of Fame. I mean, you don't like David Tyree? The helmet catch?
Yep, that's my payback for bringing up Brad.
Oh, wow. Okay, now I know.
There are two moments that have made me sick as a fan. That was one. That's probably like one of them, like 2 or 3, but still, Robert Horry is still number 1. But
yes,
David Tyree.
Why that hurt you so bad?
Because they were supposed to run the table that year. Then boom, a freaking come on
helmet catch.
Eli, the elusive Eli Manning. Don't forget about Eli breaking a tackle sack because the refs should have blown it dead, but they didn't. So the defensive lineman let him go, and then all of a sudden Eli launches the ball down the field.
He was wrapped up for like 15 seconds.
It's so crazy to me that of all the people on this planet that's better than Tom Brady, it's Eli Manning. Of all the quarterbacks to ever play the game that can walk in a room, look at Tom Brady, and be like, I'm better than you, it's Eli Manning. It's crazy to me. He's 2-0 against him.
I mean,
in the Super Bowl.
I mean.
Oh, man.
Eli Manning.
I got to leave. Me and Adam agree. Damn.
What did Adam say?
Eli Manning is the worst QB ever that will get in the Hall of Fame. I agree.
He should get in the Hall of Fame. 2 Super Bowl wins should most likely get you there. Which
got
is
MVP in both of them.
Which is crazy that he has just as many as Peyton.
It's so crazy when you really look at the numbers of this.
It makes no sense. Life makes no sense.
Listen, good job to you for somehow accomplishing all that.
Yeah.
It's crazy. The Detroit Lions and the Broncos, they made a trade offer before sending Stafford to the Rams, and we just wrapped up on this conversation. The Broncos offer the 9th overall pick in the 2021 NFL Draft to receive Matthew Stafford and a 2nd-round pick. And you're asking, is Drew Lock was he a part of that deal? No. It was literally just for a 9th overall pick.
Not a great deal. I'm glad we dodged that train.
Not a great pick at all.
If the Lions took that deal, I would question whether they've been going to levels provisioning early. Just saying.
It is that good.
The Detroit Red Wings have made a trade sending Anthony Mantha to the Washington Capitals. I'm kind of jealous he gets to play with Ovi. That's kind of sweet.
Right.
The Detroit Red Wings receiving Richard Panik, Jacob Vrana, 1st-round pick in the 2021 NHL entry draft, and a 2nd-round pick in 2022. Here's what the captain, Dylan Larkin, had to say.
It was shocking. I woke up from my nap and, looked on my phone, and he had texted me, and it hurt. It was hard. We've been together for a long time, and we've kind of grown up together, and we still have a lot of growing to do. But he's one of my best friends in life, and we rely on each other a lot. Tyler Bertuzzi and Robbie Fabry and every guy in our locker room. He's a big part of our locker room, and I don't think that's the end of our friendship, and I wish him all the best, and I hope he gets a great opportunity there. But it's part of the pro hockey and part of the business where you have to say goodbye to friends, or not a goodbye, but a see you later, and wish them the best. It was pretty tough today.
We talked about this yesterday with the trade because Anthony Mantha is a good friend of mine, and we talk about how literally since we started Woodward Sports, I've lost every single friend of mine in the Detroit sports world. So I just got to stop being friends with any good Detroit player.
That's what good reporters do, Joey. You can't be friends with them.
You can't. I ain't trying to be a reporter.
But yeah, Luke Kennard, gone. Who else?
Stafford, Ceasonly,
Stafford's gone.
Langston Galloway, gone.
Galloway, that was the other name I was searching for. Gone.
So many. Blake Griffin, too.
Oh, your homie Blake Griffin, gone.
Garbage. I lost that garbage can.
Think about
with your bum ass.
With your bum ass.
Look, I've been advocating for that to be on a shirt. Can I just? I'm gonna have to press on my own.
Yeah.
Justin, I'm gonna get Justin to get me Joey's graphic, and I'm gonna go make up my own damn shirt
with your bum ass.
I love the way Corey spells it too. That's my favorite.
What's crazy though is think about being a professional athlete. Like we all work together. We're family around here. Like we spend pretty much every morning together sitting here at this desk. Imagine like waking up from a nap tomorrow and it's like, oh, Joey got traded to Toledo, so he's no longer going to be on the show. All right, well, my best friend's gone.
On to the next one.
Like, all right, like, and that's what he dealt with. He just woke up from a nap, and like you said, my best friend in life is now traded. I mean, I get it; it's part of their sport, but what a weird thing that not many other jobs have to deal with.
Right.
I mean, shoot, some of the players wake up and find out they're traded.
Right. Or they find out like on Twitter and shit like that.
I can't remember the one guy. I think he said that I can't remember what player it is. I have to look up the story. He said that he was at the store and he was watching the news and saw that he got traded, and everybody just looked at him.
That'd be so bizarre, man.
Like that, it's crazy. I like that though. You know, it's like a lot of these trades. Obviously, they're somewhat coming.
Yeah.
But I mean, that just shows the nature of the business that they're in. I mean, we're talking about Anthony Mantha. The dude literally just bought a house, and I know you say, all right, the dude's got a $20 million contract, whatever. Ooh, feel bad for him, but it's crazy. You go through all those big life-changing moments,
right?
And then all of a sudden, bam, you got to pack up.
Yeah, like, I mean, we dealt kind of with it with radio. Like, someone be working there today and you'd never hear from them again tomorrow.
Yeah, but with the layoffs and all that especially.
Yeah, well, and even, like, when I got fired, it was just like, one day I'm there, the next day we wish him well on future endeavors.
No, that's it. I remember sending you that email, too. Like, they sent out the email.
Yeah, well, they didn't turn off my email in time, and I was able to get my own fired email. It was amazing. I screenshot it. I still have it to this day. So, yeah, we wish them well on future endeavors. And this is our future endeavor, so thank you.
We wish that company well in their future endeavors as well. Steph Curry now the Golden State Warriors' all-time leading scorer after dropping 53 last night, beating the Nuggets, passing Wilt Chamberlain with 17,784 points. Just look at him. The dude's so good, he knew he made the shot that he just ran back. Jeez. Normally, you're supposed to follow your shot. Not for Steph Curry.
No, he's like, that's the record right there. And for him to be able to match, the greats, and just he only needed 19 points in that game.
Yeah.
But what did he do? He showed out. He got over 50.
And that's what I love too. When you break a record like that, and then you end up losing the game or something, and I'm like, ugh.
Right.
But for them to come out, get the W, and drop 53 points like that, that's amazing.
Has there ever been a player with a greener light in NBA history than Steph?
Nope, and there probably shouldn't be.
Because the thing is, if I'm a coach and I see him take those shots, I'm like, all right, whatever. If you miss it, all right, whatever. Anybody else, get your ass on the bench.
Right. Oh, dude, if he played for Larry Brown back in the 04 Pistons.
Oh, he'd be in catering.
Yeah, remember Chauncey would take like a pull-up three every once in a while, then he'd go sit on the bench for 2 minutes. Like, that was it. And that was Chauncey Billups.
Right. In Detroit, Chauncey literally is Steph Curry.
He's Mr. Big Shot, but still, even Larry Brown's like, nope, that's not playing the right way. We need at least 3 passes on offense before we ever shoot the ball.
Fundamentals.
Maybe you can verify this because I can't remember the actual game, but I guess apparently my cousin told me one time Chauncey Billups got a 30-point triple-double or something like that, and then Larry Brown after the game went to him and was like, you obviously do not know how to play point guard for me.
I can't verify that, but I can totally see that happening because he probably missed, he probably got 10 assists, but he could have had 25 in the game, and that's what Larry Brown was focused on, is the assists. Like, great, he put up points. We got guys that put up points, give him the damn ball. So yeah, Larry Brown's play the right way has really stuck with me forever, and you could apply it to anything. Just do everything the right way, and it'll be easier.
Luka Doncic. That's all I got to say. Look at this video pregame. This kid is nasty. Look. Playing soccer, and then, all right, I play basketball. Buckets.
And then just walks off.
That's such a clean play right there. And then we got to give it up for the legend of the day. It's a new addition that I'm going to add, well, just for this one right now, because I'm so mad that I did not play this yesterday. For the first time in 30 years, an 18-year-old professional bowler, Anthony Mantha, makes a 7-10 split, the 4th time in PBA history. Look at this.
Come on, kid, do it. He got the 7-10 ready. He got it.
Like, I'm going to the bowling alley just trying to do this now.
That's skill.
It's impossible. Like, I've had that probably a million times in my life.
If you were to ask me to describe what the guy who hit the 7-10 split looked like, without ever seeing him, I would describe that gentleman right there. That is exactly what I would think the guy
Nice
who
little
could
ginger.
Yeah, just this chubby little ginger with the hammer across his shirt and lobbing it left-handed down there. Like, that is the guy that should hit the 7-10
Play
split.
it back. Show the feet. Just show that form. When you see that form and that foot right back perfectly, like this guy.
Do you guys bowl?
A little bit.
Can y'all show me something? Because I suck.
Yeah, I'm not good. You know, my finger got stuck in the ball when I was a kid, so I don't put my fingers in the ball anymore. So that's something that I'm scarred for life in.
My last bowling experience was almost another concussion. No, and this is a true story. And the funny thing is, it was at a draft party. They had a draft party at the Imagine. I didn't wear any bowling shoes, and I was taking photos, and I slipped, and I did a full flip in the air and landed on my stomach, and I still had my camera in the air. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, that's my only bowling story.
Well,
What's up, Fish? What you got to say, buddy?
Joey, did you say you were a little kid when you got your hand stuck in the bowling ball hole?
Yeah, my finger.
How big were your hands?
It was a
your
tiny
fingers?
little ball. It was a baby ball, and it was just the form. Like, I didn't know what I was doing on the form or something, and it was the scariest feeling of my life. And now it's one of those things that I'm just scarred for forever. It's like whenever you have that thought of something being under your bed, you always got to check under your bed. That's the exact same thing for me. That's all I got, guys.
That's all you got? Is that Joey's sports update?
That's all I got, my update.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Joey. Let's take a break. When we come back, we got to discuss a little bit about Conor McGregor and Justin Poirier.
I got it.
And then we got Adam's bets on the way. It's the Woodward Sports Network.
I'm looking to bring on another HVAC tech right now.
We are recruiting 5 to 10 techs a month.
We're looking to grow and expand.
Every new tech we hire is from Northwestern Tech. The hands-on training is fantastic.
They're always my first call.
We love hiring Northwestern Tech grads.
They come out trained and ready to work.
Our program is only 10.5 months, and our next classes are starting soon. So why wait?
I'm looking to hire
a graduate of Northwestern Tech.
Northwestern Tech.
Northwestern Tech.
Northwestern Tech.
Welcome back to the Morning Woodward Show on the Woodward Sports Network, Detroit's all-digital sports network. My name is Stick. We got the whole crew in here today. Corey is back.
Black Autumn.
Black Autumn is back. Joey is here. We got Adam. We got Mike. We got Fish. And, of course, we got Alex. So these guys fight professionally for a living, but you couldn't tell yesterday because they turned into Twitter fighters. Twitter fingers. These guys were going at it. I'm talking about Conor McGregor and Poirier, Dustin Poirier, and it's just been hilarious to watch. Like, it reminded me of Drake back to back. Like, trigger fingers turned to Twitter fingers. And that's exactly what these guys are doing, just talking trash to each other online. We got McGregor saying he's going to pull out of the fight, and it's a whole mess right now. What's going on, Fish?
Do they have screenshots from the messages?
We do have screenshots from the messages.
Are they good messages?
They are not good messages
well, if they were good, we were going to recreate that on the hook.
Oh, you guys are recreating. I mean, you could read them.
But if they're not good, we're not going to put it on the hook if they're not good.
Okay, well, you guys can do what you want on the hook. Let's pull up those messages right now. And this all started with, I guess, Conor McGregor said he was going to donate to Dustin Poirier's charity. And something happened on Twitter where Poirier responded, "That's a fun prediction, Notorious MMA," which is Conor McGregor. "You also predicted a donation to my foundation, and you and your team stopped responding after the fight in January. See you soon, July 10th, paid in full." And then McGregor replied, "A donation, not a debt. We've been awaiting the plans for the money, and that never came. I do with all my donations. Know where it's going." Oh, what does he say?
He don't know how to type.
He's missing some. He needs help
punctuation.
Punctuation.
I do with all my donations. I know where they're going dot for dot. Otherwise, it goes walking. As in the case with a lot of these foundations, sadly. You took the MCG over the belt, and it shows I was right. And then he said, 100% never a debt. You offered. We accepted. Like I said, your team never responded to our emails regarding the process of where funds would be put to work. July 10th, you will taste defeat again." So, I mean, they're hyping up the fight a little bit.
How you not going to give that donation, though?
You know what? I think this is all just a ploy, just to drum up some interest in the fight. Because really, why would you let that get public? That's just that. Unless you're just really trying to publicly humiliate the guy and shame him, I would have kept that behind closed doors. I think this is just a little bit much to nothing. They're just trying to get the interest in the fight. You know, get people. Oh, they're really going to fight now because they're talking about charity and blah 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 blah. It's nothing.
Well, McGregor came back with this tweet, and this says he's not going to be fighting. He's going to pull out of their fight. You're ripped, you inbred hillbilly. Why do you wink with your ears? You fucking brain-dead hillbilly. $500K with no plan in place. Yeah, hang tight, fool. You must be new to money. The fight is off, by the way. I'm going to fight somebody else on the 10th. Good luck with your old contract, kid.
And at 3 p.m., Fish is going to recreate that.
Yeah, I was just going to raise my hand and say that. We're probably going to recreate that on the hook this afternoon.
Let me hear your best impression real quick.
Well, can I pull up the tweet?
No, just say you fucking hillbilly.
You fucking hillbilly?
Okay,
I'm trying to sound Irish.
That's pretty good.
Because I can do British, but Irish has a different thing to it.
How would British go?
You fucking hillbilly.
And Irish?
You fucking hillbilly. Kind of like that.
What about Australian?
It's kind of like the same.
Okay.
Fucking hillbilly crikey. It's a crocodile.
And what about Adam, boy? How would Adam say it?
Oh, you know, I love when my players fight. It's so cool to see my players fight.
Sounds nothing like Adam, but I love it when he impersonates him every single time.
Sounds exactly like him.
What about
so
Corey?
Cool when my players fight. It's the best feeling in the world.
What about Joik?
Corey, before we take a break, Fish, do we have a live read? Yes, we do, Joik.
Fish, you always kill it with your impersonations around here, so thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, appreciate you, man. So, yeah, the fight is going to happen. There's no way these guys are going to walk away from that money.
It's too much money to be made and too much money to be lost.
Yep.
And, I mean, contract, like, contrary on this deal, there's got to be something in the prohibits this from happening, I'm assuming?
I don't know. There's always out clauses and all types of things. I mean, Conor McGregor, he's not your typical MMA fighter, to be honest with you. Nobody tells Dana White how it's going to be. Conor McGregor kind of tells Dana White how it's going to be. And nobody else is allowed to do that because they're all just literally cogs in the system. But once you get to a level of a McGregor, you kind of get to call your own shots. So
I mean, he's a draw. He's the draw.
He is the draw. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that fight, and if it gets canceled, I'll be sad, because I always like seeing Conor fight, whether it's boxing, whether it's running his mouth, whether it's pre-fight stuff. He's just entertaining, and that's why he is who he is.
Speaking of boxing, I'm surprised he hasn't had another bout yet.
Yeah, I think he learned. he didn't get his ass whooped in that boxing ring, but it really just
he didn't get his ass whooped, but in those last 2 rounds, he got his ass whooped.
Yeah. He felt it, man. I thought at first, like,
he held his own.
I thought, wow, he's unorthodox. He's got the weird stance. He kept like spinning him behind and hitting him in the side of the head, which is illegal in boxing. But he got away with a couple rabbit punches, and I don't mind dirty boxing. If you're gonna do it right. Let's take a break. When we come back, Adam has his bets of the day.
Hey, it's Joey from Woodward Sports, and I am here in downtown Fenton at Bridge Street Exchange. This place has so many amazing things for guys and ladies. This is the hidden spot that you got to come check out. I'm talking Thorogood boots, best boots ever. They have barware. They got the Stormy Cromer hats. They got Carhartt hats, a huge Carhartt selection. They even got Snoop Dogg underwear. So go check them out, bridgestreetexchange.com, and use the code word WSN for 15% off.
Welcome back to the Morning Woodward Show right here on the Woodward Sports Network, Detroit's all-digital sports network. Thank you guys for listening and downloading our app. Make sure you download it today. It's free, and then you can listen to all of our live shows no matter where you are in the country and in the world, because that's what apps are good for. So thank you guys for downloading it. It's so cool because we get like exact data from the app, more than we do from all the other social medias, and we can tell where people are listening and what state they're listening in. So
it's cool seeing the dots outside of Michigan.
Yes,
that's the best part.
Yeah, we're expanding. We're definitely expanding. What's up, Fish?
When I do Adam's impersonation, I use a specific quote, and I didn't know if Adam knew because it's from his favorite team. Do you know what the quote is? I love when my players fight. You know who that is? It's Jose Mourinho, the Tottenham coach.
There you go.
Well, that's your favorite team, Tottenham.
When his players were fighting, you didn't...
Adam has no idea what the hell's going on right now. Just give him the fish thumbs up. Well, Adam, how did we do yesterday with your bets?
Yesterday was weird. We had a bet voided because the whole shooting incident. So they didn't play. I believe it was the Minnesota Wild and another team, St. Louis Blues.
St. Louis Blues.
So that game was canceled. So that was no fun. We went 2-2. The Tigers just keep fucking me, so I'm just going to avoid betting on them. I'm so tired of the Detroit Tigers right now.
Wonder why.
0-3 betting on the Tigers, so I'm not happy about it at all. But today I've got a great lineup. And actually yesterday, Rob Coddington was our first winner of a MyBookie account.
He came here too, repping that Oakland University hoodie, my boy.
He did. He won $50. He deposited into his MyBookie account. I placed a $25 bet on, I believe, the over for the Sharks game last night, and it hit. So his first bet was a winner. So he made some money yesterday. So
you gave him free money and made
and I
money?
placed a bet for him. Yep, absolutely. And that's what we're going to do every day. You guys will DM us on our Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, wherever it may be. You'll be entered to win. You have to share this live stream post, though. You do that, you'll have a chance to win a $50 MyBookie account, and I'll place your first bet. Having said that, let's get into bets because I am so angry and frustrated from last night. So we got to recover. I'm gonna start with stick nose 5.5. Yesterday it went 2-1 on taking the over at 5.5. Today the goal is to go 2-0 with it. I'm gonna start with the Panthers and the Dallas Stars game. It's actually an underdog line tonight, which is very, very friendly for me. Although the Panthers have been a little streaky as of late, I think 6 goals is very attainable between two very high-scoring teams. Then we'll move into the Sabres and the Bruins. This one's also a bit of a risk. The Bruins just have a really good defense, but the Sabres have been averaging 4.5 goals per game over their last 7. Ever since they ended their 18-game losing streak, they have been lighting up the lamp. And then the last game of the night, I'm actually not going to take the over. I'm just going to go with the money line Capitals. It's a very friendly line for playing the Philadelphia Flyers. It's very rare that you'll see the Capitals a minus 160 against a Philadelphia team that's not all that. So I'm definitely going to take that number. And I'm going to move to the NBA for the last 2 bets. I have 2 teams covering the spread tonight. I have Boston as underdogs to beat the Trailblazers, and then the Miami Heat to cover a 3.5-point spread against the Phoenix Suns. I think that'll be a low-scoring game. Take the under as well in the Heat game. It's set at 215.5. I definitely think that's going to be under as well. And if you decide to parlay these, $25 bet gets you $540. And I really like this. I'm still frustrated though from yesterday. I hate voids. It ruins the vibe of the night. It really does.
Is it that voids your whole parlay when that happens?
No, it goes away. But the one that got voided last night was like my surefire lock of the night, and that just pissed me off. So I was set up to be a disaster from day one. Yeah, but it's all good.
Well, I mean, listen. Aside from the voids, you did all right. You've been doing all right the past couple days, right?
Let's see. I believe
we're 5-0, 4-1.
Yep, I think we're 15-5 now.
Okay.
We're 16-5, one of the 2 over our last 21 games.
Nice.
Yeah, it's not bad.
It's not a bad record.
No.
Not bad.
And let's run through your bets one more time today real quick. So everybody, if you're watching right now, this is Adam's bets. Last night, 2-2. Overall record, though, this is where the impressive part comes in. 123-76. And obviously, you have been heavy on hockey. So run through it one more time.
Yeah, correction on Rob Coddington. I actually bet the Avalanche game for him. And that's the one that hit where he made money.
Oh, so, nice. Congratulations,
either way, he
Rob.
made money. So it's a good thing. I'm gonna take the over. I love this. I love this number. 2-1 on it last night. Prior to that, we were 13-0 betting. We were 13 consistent wins on betting the over in the NHL. So I'm gonna keep betting this line. It rarely ever loses for me. So I'll take the over in both the Sabres and the Panthers games. I'll take Washington to win straight up, Boston to cover the spread, or you can just take the straight up upset. And I'll take the Heat to also cover the spread against the Phoenix Suns.
Nice.
Those are my bets for today.
I like them. I like them. I like that Heat bet.
Yeah, it's a good bet. I like the under on it too. It's set at 215.5. That's a lot. Miami Heat, stingy team.
Yeah, but the Suns have been great all year, so it's tough. But yeah, I think that's a solid line.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll take that 3.5 all day. So thank you, Adam, for coming on with your bets. And if you're looking to get involved in these bets, make sure you go to the one place where we place all our bets, and Adam can insure you sometimes, is mybookie.com. Go to mybookie.com today, and you can start your own account, enter promo code Woodward, and we will match your first deposit up to 50%. So that way you get some free money to play with, and you can get involved in the games and just, take some risks that maybe you normally wouldn't take. I mean, that's what I did with my free money, and it kind of paid off. But also paying off listening to Adam, so I really didn't put too much thought into it. You can do the same thing. MyBookie.com, promo code Woodward, match your deposit up to 50%, and you can do it right now.
You don't fumble the ball at work. Hey, Drake Bell, Sean Baligian. See you guys next weekend.
Thanks, mate. Oh, Bell's soft. Wait till it comes to New Zealand. Pour that out.
Fish calling Joik Bell soft will never get old to me. Joik Bell soft. What's up, Fish?
I still have no clue what I said at the end.
You said Joik Bell soft.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the weigh-in. When I threw the pass.
Oh, you said something about wait till he comes to New England.
No,
New Zealand.
I heard that part. I'm talking about at the end when I threw the pass. I still have no clue what I said.
I think you were. I think you were drunk that day because that was the day Imao Vodka joined the network. So you might have slipped the bottle.
I probably have. I don't remember it, so that makes a lot of sense.
I don't remember.
But yeah.
Well, somebody's
truthfully, I think he'd do good in rugby.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Joik would be good.
He'd have to lose a little weight.
For rugby?
Yeah.
You should tell Joik that today. As soon as he comes in, let him know, hey, man, you should lose a little weight and you'd be okay at rugby.
I mean, he can make it as a big guy.
Oh,
but
yeah. No, I'm sure he'd be a hell of a rugby player. So Trevor Lawrence got married over the weekend, and Corey over there shaking his head. You shaking his head because he got married, or just like you didn't like
the girl he got?
Oh, he's a fool for getting married?
Uh-oh.
I mean, he is
been
about
with
to
her
cash
since high
in.
school, man. You
I know.
She's a nice
Come
lady.
on, dude.
Listen, if Pat
That's
Mahomes
not no
can stay
LaMelo
with
Ball
his chick, if Pat Mahomes can stay with his chick, Trevor Lawrence can stay with his. Let's check out these posts that they put up on their Instagram. Beautiful couple here, obviously. Hello, Katie Wilson. So I'm assuming she is now Katie Lawrence. What an absolute dream. Trevor and Marissa. Oh, well, never mind. Trevor and Marissa, I'm so incredibly happy for you. Your love is pure, hopeful, and so overwhelmingly blessed. Such an honor to document these memories for you. So, yes, this is the photographer's picture. And then there you go. That's a cool picture.
That's cute.
So, Trevor Lawrence getting married. Congratulations to him. And I know two other guys that are potentially getting married soon.
Potentially.
I wonder who they are, Stick.
Huh?
I wonder who they are.
I don't know.
Why don't you tell us, Stick?
Joe, you have an idea?
Is the suspense killing you, Fish?
Yes, it is.
Corey Woods, come on up to this.
Well, Joey, let's start with Joey because he actually has a date set, right? You guys finally set the date. You sent the save the date to all of us.
Yep.
And when are you getting married?
It's gonna be soon.
Oh, you're not telling the date?
No, because I'm not inviting Corey, so I don't want him to be all pissed.
That's all right. Corey's not.
Yeah,
That's messed up.
Corey's looking
you
all
share
pissed.
stage with Corey
Corey's
every
pissed
day.
because you didn't hire him as a photographer for your engagement photos.
I didn't know Corey when I did this yet. Yeah, you leave me hanging. I didn't know Corey. So yeah, look, these pictures right here were just before I had the pleasure of meeting Corey Woods, and they're cute.
They're cute.
Are you sure that was before Corey was on the network?
Yeah, because that was when I was still at my last job.
So, yeah. So, obviously, Trevor Lawrence posted his pictures. We're way off track here, guys. Trevor Lawrence posted his picture. So, we wanted to share Joey's pictures with his fiance that we just saw. And Adam had some professional pictures taken as well that we got the privy of looking yesterday. So, just wanted to show this, guys.
Oh, that's a good.
Yeah. Adam, where were your pictures taken? That looks like the Con building downtown?
Yep, right in front of the Fisher.
Okay.
Yeah, it was very. That was a very tough picture to take.
Dang, Adam did it best, I think.
Thanks for taking in front of my building.
My mind was doing so many things, and my body, I was, trying to control myself.
Yeah, Adam looks like he's trying to, get some things started in his picture. Joey, you're just trying to look like, why the hell are you with me?
I'll never forget that moment when the photographer was like, yeah, just look serious.
Just look serious?
I'm so bad at faking a photo. It's the hardest thing in the world to do is fake a photo.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I'm married. I've been married for a long time, and I never did engagement photos. Never did anything like that. So I have none of those.
My engagement was 4 years ago, though. That was our first.
Engaged 4 years?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Why are you waiting for her to turn 18 or something? There you go.
Oh shit.
My 10-year anniversary is coming up in November.
Oh,
10 years in November. Isn't that wild?
That's crazy.
Wait, so why have you those were not even my engagement photos. That was just from the proposal party. We got engagement photos coming up.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, see, I don't do that shit.
Yeah. What? So explain this to me. Why, when you did the proposal, why didn't you do professional photos then?
I don't know. It's just not a.
You talking to me or Adam?
You.
Oh, well, I proposed on the air.
Oh, you did. That's right.
And I got a video of it, but I don't have professional photos of it.
Yeah.
And yeah, then when we went to our wedding, we didn't hire a professional photographer either because 4 people at our wedding had those badass cameras, and we're like, listen, this is going to be documented. So all we did was we took my best friend Wellington, he's a good photographer, my sister's a good photographer, and then a couple other people had their cameras too. So what we did is we just compiled all those photos, the best from all of them. And those are our wedding photos. We do not have official wedding photos of all of us standing there and doing all of that stuff. And honestly, it saved a ton of money.
It for sure saves a lot of money. But I mean, that's one day of your life. You know, them photos you're gonna have forever. What I love is even from that gathering, it's I got pictures with my dad, I got pictures with my mom. So it's there's so many photos that normally I don't know why I just don't take pictures with my family like that.
Yeah, I don't do that. I'm on Stick's side here. The only reason I agreed to do this love shoot or whatever you want to call it is because we had never gotten professional pictures done in the 6 years that we've been together. So, I had to be a nice guy for once.
For once.
For once. So, are you guys planning any more photo shoots? Because this
just a wedding day.
This seems like so much work.
It is. It's a pain in the ass.
Adam, when do you have time to get dressed up and go downtown and take photos?
You know how long
you're
it
here
took me to get
15
dressed?
hours a day.
It's one day, 2 hours.
No,
Come on.
it's a pain in the ass. No, don't make it seem like it's an easy thing, Joey. It took me about 7 minutes to get dressed and do my hair. Honestly, it was a pain in the ass for my fiance. She went and got her makeup done and hair done, all that shit. So I was
believe
chilling.
I gotta sit up here and school you guys on how to be romantic.
It's not
fellas.
being romantic.
You know how much that meant to Janan probably taking those pictures.
Yeah, we did them. So hence I qualify as romantic.
There you go.
I'm wondering
Stick
about
on the other end.
I'm wondering about all the guys watching right now. Did you jump through the hoops? Did you do all of it? Did you get your pictures taken? If so, how much did they cost? Where did you have to go? Because I see some dudes that I know that are not picture taken dudes that are badass biker dudes. And next thing you know, they're in a field of flowers with a button up on, staring at their girl like this, and
with
it's
the shoes off, no socks.
Yeah, I've never seen you like this. Are you a different man?
I told the photographer I am not gonna take these photogenic pictures where I'm just gonna sit there and act like all bubbly.
You just
and shit.
did.
No, I didn't.
You over there taking a picture
show
like that.
No, look how I was dead ass serious in this picture.
What's up, Fish?
What time did you take the photos, Adam?
During the day, I want to say between 3 and 5 o'clock on Sunday.
During the day, okay.
Yeah,
Because we all know you're here until 2 in the morning, so your free time is probably 3 to 5 in the morning. So I didn't know if you took them at night, because other than that, you don't have much free time.
Yeah, it's so funny because Fish is probably here. What time you get here, Fish? 7:30 every morning?
Yeah, 7:30 to 5-ish, 5:15, 5:30-ish.
Yeah.
Yesterday was 6 because I just kept talking. I'm like, all right, I got to leave now. 10 minutes later, all right, I'm going to leave. So, hey, Stick, how are you doing? Oh, I got to leave now.
So Fish gets in at 7:30, and he leaves about 5, and we get in a little bit before that. We leave after that. So it blows Fish's mind that he works 10-hour days here, but he never sees this place without us.
Yep.
Whenever you guys leave, I celebrate.
Yes.
Adam, you're leaving? Yes.
You did it.
It's so funny. He's like a parent, too. Get out of here. Don't stay too late, please.
So, yeah, we just wanted to share their engagement photos. And if you got some nice engagement photos, make sure you post them up and tag us because we want to see every other guy that's gotten dragged into these.
See, but here's the thing. It's like I am soft. So for me to be in that element, totally natural. But like
you
the
like
manly, yeah. I mean,
no, I mean, look, it took me 6 years to agree to do this.
She wore you down?
Yeah. Like eventually I said yes. And, our wedding's in June. So I have to take pictures then. And then hopefully after that, I don't have to take a picture for the rest of my life.
That's the plan, man. Once you get married, you don't have to do any of that shit. Like, and girls have the same tactics with other things.
I'm doing annual photo shoots.
Oh, we're married, we're good. We're good. And the guys, we're married? All right, cool. No more pictures.
I'm different. I really like pictures.
Yeah.
Like I would love to do not really photo shoots like that, but I just love taking pictures.
Can we do a topless photo shoot and Corey's the photographer with you?
Heck yeah.
I'm sure
do
Corey
it right
would
now.
love that.
Joey
I'm
will
sure
take a
Corey
shirt off
would love
right
that.
So, yeah, Trevor Lawrence, congratulations on getting married. These two guys, congratulations on taking the leap. And congratulations to the Detroit Red Wings. They made a big trade, and we're going to talk about that next on the Woodward Sports Network.
Hi, I'm David Hall from Hall Financial. And at Hall Financial, we treat our clients like family. And our number one priority is giving each of our clients 5-star service. Our passion for 5-star service, combined with our expertise, allows us to find the best possible solution for refinancing your home loan. We take the time to focus on both the individual and the numbers. We're going to walk you through the process and close your loan in half the time of our competition. Go to davidhallmortgage.com today.
Welcome back. It's the Woodward Sports Network, live on all of our platforms: Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch. I mean, we're everywhere. So thank you guys for being a part of this and commenting, liking, sharing, reposting, dropping stars. We love when you drop stars. So thank you guys so much for being a part of the network. And Detroit made a big trade yesterday. The Red Wings traded Mantha to the Capitals, and they got some decent players back. Plus, they got a first-round pick and a second-round pick. Now, obviously, this isn't the Stafford haul, but I'll take it if I'm a Red Wings fan. It gives Steve Yzerman a lot more things to really, go through, and it gives him a lot more tools next year for the draft. And he spoke on it. Steve Yzerman spoke on what he thought making this trade, and here's what he had to say.
We're trying to add draft picks and prospects to expedite or aid in the rebuild that we're under. And this was an opportunity to acquire picks, but still try to keep our team as competitive as possible. So we feel like we get a replacement for the offense that we'll lose in the position that we have that we lose in trading Anthony, in acquiring Jakob and to play in a similar role, as well as Richard Panik, who can play in a variety of roles for us moving forward, as well as draft picks. So we're trying to improve our team. We're trying to become more competitive, but also add assets to assist in the rebuild.
Jeff, while I have you, what are your thoughts on Jeff Bashla and his future with the team as coach?
My Jeff and I will sit down very quickly after the season and discuss that.
Thank you.
There's Steve Yzerman talking about the trade and how he's just trying to acquire picks. And we knew what his game plan is coming in. It's, I've mentioned this before. It's very similar to what Troy Weaver had to go through with the Pistons. Just clear house, get picks. And you're seeing it with the Lions. Clear house, get picks.
I mean, with that, too, you get two pretty good players on top of that. So it's like we're setting ourselves up for that future. In this upcoming draft, we get a first rounder. In the next draft, we get a second rounder. So it's like, Mantha definitely had a lot of value. It sucks to see him go, but at the same time, it's a down the road type thing. This year, we're not going to be the team making the playoffs and performing well. So why not? Let's look for the future down the road.
Yeah, and, that being said, Mantha is a good player. Not bad at all, and obviously the return we got for him, he has value around the NHL. But we were never going to be to a point where he's going to benefit us. It's very similar to the Jeremy Grant situation right now. Like, Grant is good. we're not going to be good enough to utilize him in the way we should in the next 2 to 3 years. So you might as well get the most value from him, and that Steve Yzerman has been able to create value. I mean, getting a first-round pick, a second-round pick, and 2 players, one of whom scores just as much, if not more, than Mantha. Obviously, a little different because he plays on a different team with a little bit more talent around him. But at the same time, he gets 4 minutes less ice time per game, and he still is showing just as good as Mantha on the scoring. So it's almost like we got the same player plus some picks.
I just like the fact that the Red Wings, the Lions, and the Pistons, they have GMs who are recognizing that it needs to be full rebuild through the draft and through acquiring draft capital. I don't know what the heck Al Avila's doing over there with the Tigers. He needs to get with the program.
Taking his sweet-ass time.
Yeah, but just again, kudos to Steve Yzerman for getting back that haul for one player. From everything I read, a lot of people were surprised that Mantha got moved, but impressed with the haul that was that the Red Wings got a return for him.
And that's the thing. You look at this deal. I mean, obviously the Red Wings saw a bunch of talent and potential in Mantha because we just re-signed him to a 4-year, $22 million deal.
Right.
So obviously with those numbers, the team definitely saw a player that we needed as a part of the organization. But to what you said, Stick, I mean, really what benefit does it do keeping us right now with the way that we've really been performing? Why not use that, a player that's been playing pretty decent on the season thus far? I mean, he definitely has a lot more potential than he's been showing. But let's get what we could, and that's what we did in this deal, I feel like.
Yeah, if I'm a Red Wings fan, I am a Red Wings fan, but if I'm
as a Red Wings fan.
Yeah, as a Red Wings fan,
Yeah.
I'm excited about this because where we're at, I mean, you named Larkin the captain this year. You're stacking up all these draft picks moving forward. You have a guy in charge that has proven he can put together teams and has the formula and knows what players to bring in. And he's getting good return on the players that he's trading away. So to me, you add up all those things, it's like, all right, we're on the right track here, man. Obviously, the Red Wings haven't really shown it on the ice too much this year, but what did you expect this year? And D-Mac was talking about that yesterday. He's like, look, this is a 4-year plan. So if you're pissed off the first half a year into a 4-year plan, you're in for a long 4 years. Like, just relax. Let the process, which I hate the process, but let it take place.
And I respect, Yzerman and Blashill and them because obviously this is a guy that you saw value in or you wouldn't have offered this big contract. But then to also use that 4-year benefit and knowing down the road what's more important for them to do this deal is something that I'm like, it's similar to a Troy Weaver where you're using your capital that you have on your team to get more future picks, and can't knock that.
Yeah, and I want to know what other people are thinking, too. If you're watching right now and you have a comment on the trade that went down yesterday with the Red Wings, give us a call. 313-552-6322 is the phone number. Now, once again, it's 313-552-6322. Give us a call and let us know what you think of the trade, because everything I was seeing on social media, on Twitter, like, people are just like, very similar to the Stafford trade. Like, holy hell, we just fleeced the Capitals.
Did you see the Capitals when they posted his announcement?
No, I didn't.
Dude, the comments on there were like, no, like they were dogging Mantha.
Really?
They were like, I do not want this at all. Like the comments were not good. So that kind of makes me feel a little bit better.
It always makes you feel better when when it's not looked at as an even trade.
Right.
Like when it's looked at as the Red Wings came out on top. And Mantha put out a great statement just how honored he was to play for the Winged Wheel, and it's always been a part of his life, and how classy the organization is. And we've heard that for a long time about the Red Wings, but stat that blew my mind about the Red Wings that I heard this morning, 25 years making the playoffs consistently. It's been 5 years since we've been back.
Jeez.
Does it seem that long?
No, it really doesn't. Be honest, it only feels like 2 years maybe. It only feels like that.
Right. That's what I'm thinking. Like
I think that's also why to the point about Red Wings fans being so impatient, because it's that we're spoiled. Detroit Red Wings fans were spoiled for so long. It doesn't matter whether the Pistons were down, the Lions were down, the Tigers were down. Red Wings are always old faithful.
Yep.
So just now to have that taken away, and what the city of Detroit has gone, I think, like it's now collectively 2,000 days without a playoff game.
I mean, you mentioned that stat. Ever since Little Caesars Arena has been open, we remember the Pistons, we remember the Red Wings both being bad teams. Little Caesars Arena opened in September of 2017.
No way.
So that right there is a crazy-ass stat.
LCA's been around 4 years already.
That's crazy.
And it's crazy because all my memories of Pistons and Red Wings are still Palace and the Joe. Like, I don't think they've really had a memorable moment inside LCA.
I'm not taking, no. The professional teams have not had memorable moments. I've had some memorable moments in LCA. Big Three and WWE Hell in a Cell.
Well, that got nothing to do with the damn arena.
I know.
That's just them making money.
Hey, you said there's been no memorable moments.
It's the home of the Pistons. It's the home of the Red Wings.
They need to figure it out.
Yeah. 313-552-6322 is the phone number if you want to get in on the conversation. But it's crazy to me to think in 4 years we haven't had like one defining moment for our sports teams in that arena. You know, but I guess it was kind of the same way when Comerica Park was built back in 2000. Like, it was slim pickings there, man. Opening day was always busy, but outside of that 119 loss season, that place was empty.
Is it the new venue curse? We were bad before that, but is that what we could blame it on?
No, I don't think so. I mean, Ford Field has always sold
Lions
out.
Curse.
No, there is no Lions curse because our fans just show up no matter what. But Ford Field, obviously, you went from 80,000 at the Silverdome down to 65,000 at Ford Field. So you eliminate 15,000 fans, you're going to more than likely pack those stands a little bit.
And my favorite memory from Little Caesars Arena was the one time that I went in one of them little VIP clubs, and they had unlimited food.
Yeah.
Can't tell you what the outcome of the game was because, honestly, I was down there more than I was at the game.
Itis.
Man.
So you talking about the ones on the lower level?
Yeah, like the Reman's Club or
Champions Club or something?
Yeah, so those things are plush. Yeah, that's a little bit different than stuff in the turnstile, everybody. When you get in those executive lower level suites, it's like, damn, y'all got this back here?
Right.
It's like this separate from the media cater.
I don't gotta eat Little Caesars pizza?
My first memory, I went to Pistons opening night at Little Caesars Arena.
Was that the one that Eminem came out?
Eminem was there, Big Sean was there, like everybody was there.
Yeah.
And it was halftime, and our buddy Albert Dale is an engineer. He does the Pistons away broadcast engineering. And, you know, he's always sitting courtside. So at halftime, everybody gets up. They're walking the concourse, doing their thing. And I'm just like, all right, I'm going to go say hi to Albert. So I just start making my way down, hopping aisles, like hopping over little barriers just to say hi to Albert.
Bullshitting with the ushers, like, hey, you need help finding your seat? Nah, I'm good.
No. And I just point, no, that's my friend. I'm just going to go say hi to him. And then afterwards, walking back up the stairs, I see that little, the little entrance to the VIP club, and just walked right in.
No.
Just walked right in.
Come on.
Just walked right in. It was me and Merrick and Jonah, actually. We just walked right in.
The tallest dude you could possibly find.
Exactly. Like, we're noticeable cats when we're walking around. So we walk in, and honestly, everything's free. And we're just like, this is amazing. We just start pulling all the food, grabbing all the food. And then we start thinking, okay, drinks are free, too. We go to the bar, and we're like, yeah, I'll have a Jack and Coke and this. And then they charge us for the drink. We're like, damn it. But needless to say, we got all-you-could-eat food. It was such a nice experience. They have big leather couches in there, dessert bars, like tacos, all types of stuff.
The candy's the best.
Yeah. And then we went to walk back out, and they noticed we didn't have our wristbands to be in there.
I was just using the bathroom.
No, it was...
you had a bunch of food and everything.
No, I used the... This is my first time here. I don't even know how I got down here. Where are we? How do I get out of here? And that was the play. Like, we got lost. We've never been here before. We just went down these stairs, and so instead of letting us back out the front, they sent us back in through the Champions Club or whatever it's called, and then we snagged more food and went up the elevator, and then we were done.
This kind of goes with my dumbass of the day.
Really?
In about 30 minutes.
In about 30 minutes?
It does.
Yeah, Joey's dumbass of the day coming up roughly around 9:55. But yeah, back to the Red Wings. Great trade for them. I think it's really good moving forward, and it's always nice to have just more assets, especially when you have a guy in charge that you trust with those assets. It's not like we're just pissing these away.
Do you think that the moves that the Red Wings made put them in position to get back to the playoffs before a Pistons or a Lions or a Tigers?
So your question is, who's going to be the first team back into the playoffs?
Basically.
Oh, man. We should save that for tomorrow.
That's a full topic.
There's many layers to that.
Yeah. Let's take
honestly, off the top of my head, just with basic logic, it's the Lions.
Okay.
Just because NFL football, you can turn it around in 1 year. Other sports, it takes the growth process, and we're seeing that growth process.
Yeah.
Pistons, maybe.
I mean, the playoffs, especially in our division, our conference, it's not that hard to really make. There's so many bad teams in our conference.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's embarrassing that we can't even make it.
I think the hardest is going to be baseball, for sure. That's what I think.
Red Wings, I still think does have some time, so I'm going to put them probably at third and then Tigers at fourth.
But like if the Pistons, they tank in the draft or they get a good draft pick, we get like a Cade Cunningham. I mean, they can very easily be a 6 seed next year like that.
I think the Pistons have the potential too because that young group they have. I ain't gonna front. I'm not liking Hayes. I was stuttering.
You're over him?
I was stuttering because I didn't want to admit again that Stick was right about freaking Halliburton, but yeah, whatever. I think the Pistons honestly do have a chance to make it next year, or at least in the third year with Grant. I think honestly they probably move on from Grant in the offseason and package him probably during the draft, make some moves, whatever. But yeah. Pistons, I think Lions, Pistons, and then Red Wings. And
why are you souring on Killian Hayes?
When he's out there, he's too timid for me. It's not mistakes. If he makes mistakes, turning the ball over, okay, cool. Because when LaMelo first started, he had some turnovers, to kind of start. But Killian is too timid, and when the defenses, get in his grill, he like shuts down.
Okay.
So I'm not liking that. Hopefully, Casey could, take him in the back and rough him up or something. Because I'm not liking it.
Well, we got some Pistons talk coming up in about 15, 20 minutes. So we'll get into the Pistons and a quote by Josh Jackson that I found interesting. So, yeah, we needed to touch on the Red Wings making moves at the trade deadline, and I'm glad they did. Obviously, this team this year is probably not going to go anywhere, so make sure you leverage your assets. As long as they don't get rid of a Dylan Larkin, I honestly think
they ain't getting rid of no captain.
But I honestly think there's nobody on this team that we wouldn't get rid of besides a Dylan Larkin.
Yep.
Like, everybody's up for grabs. You want them, the right price, come and get them. And that's the way all of our teams should be operating at this point in time.
Mm-hmm. Truthfully, right now, when you look at all of our teams, I would agree with that statement.
Yeah.
There's nobody on any of our teams that are a sure lock as to, we can't get rid of this player.
It used to be a famous Joe Dumars quote, like, there are no sacred cows on this team. Mm-hmm. And that needs to be it for everybody in Detroit right now because, nobody's getting it done. And if you need to get it done, it's not going to happen for a couple years. So if a guy is showing that he can be productive in the next 2 to 3 years, get value for him now. Great job, Steve Yzerman, the captain, doing his thing for the Red Wings. We're going to take a break. When we come back, it's time for Joey's News.
I'm looking to bring on another HVAC tech right now.
We are recruiting 5 to 10 techs a month.
We're looking to grow and expand. Every new tech we hire is from Northwestern Tech.
The hands-on training is fantastic.
They're always my first call.
We love hiring Northwestern Tech grads.
They come out trained and ready to work.
Our program is only 10.5 months, and our next classes are starting soon. So why wait?
I'm looking to hire a graduate of Northwestern Tech. Northwestern Tech.
Northwestern Tech.
Northwestern Tech.
Good morning, everyone.
Extra, read all about it.
Let's get into Joey's News.
Let's go.
Julian Edelman, at the age of 34, officially announcing his retirement after last season's injury. The Patriots wide receiver. This is actually really interesting, guys. So he was cut due to a failed physical, which lets him become eligible for the injury protection benefit, which means that he can now collect up to $2 million through this benefit. So good for him getting that money.
Yeah, you got to find the loopholes, man. It's crazy how failing a physical actually benefits you.
Right.
NFL is so backwards.
It is, man.
Get that $2 million, Julian Edelman. The Lions and the Denver Broncos. The Broncos made a trade offer before sending Stafford to the Rams. So the Broncos, check out this amazing offer that we missed out on. I don't know how we missed out on this, but the Broncos offered the 9th overall pick in this upcoming draft to receive Matthew Stafford, along with taking a second-round pick from the Lions. Nope, not Drew Lock. He was not a part of that deal.
Yeah, that's the
just
thing.
the ninth-round pick, that ninth overall pick.
And they wanted a second-round back, too. Like, what were you thinking, Denver?
I mean, well, okay, look. Let's be real. Let's be fair. There's a reason why this might have happened. Weed was legal in Colorado for a long time.
I was
saying.
like, what are you about to say right
I'll
now,
put our
Corey?
Michigans up against Colorado any day of the week, baby.
Oh, yeah, I would.
What you got, Colorado?
EMU with some big news, Corey.
Finally get to talk about some Eastern Michigan up here. We never really have any good news for about my school, but they hired Stan Heath as the new men's basketball coach. He's probably going to be introduced within the next hour. Has a great career. He played at Eastern for 3 years, lettered there, went over to several schools. He was actually on Tom Izzo's coaching staff that won the national championship in 2000. He's a former MAC Coach of the Year, former Big East Coach of the Year, and just recently he led the Lakeland Magic, the G League affiliate, to the Orlando Magic to the G League championship. So congrats to Eastern on finally getting somebody in there. The past 3 coaches have been Michigan natives. 2 out of the last 3 are former EMU players. So happy for my school. Hopefully it turns out to be something. They brought in Chris Creighton for the football team, and he got the football team some bowl games for the first couple of times in like ever. And hopefully the basketball program can turn around, because granted, this is a 2-team college team state. It's Michigan and Michigan State, but it is fun when every now and then when like a Central Michigan, a Western Michigan, or in my case, an Eastern Michigan can come in and get some eyes on them for something.
Yeah, when Eastern Michigan's clicking too, it's fun for the whole region. I mean, like back when Earl Boykins was playing for them, I went to a couple tournament games and stuff like that. Yeah, and Eastern's a fun school, and I remember being a young kid. I honestly couldn't even tell you who was playing, but I just remember going to an Eastern Michigan game when I was like 8 years old, and they don't have to be big colleges for you to go and enjoy the experience. Like, go to a University of Detroit game. Callahan gets rocking sometimes.
Callahan is crazy.
Yeah.
And at the arena for Oakland University. That's the thing, especially when you have ties to these universities, it means way more to you.
Yeah.
Oakland gets overlooked in this whole talk about basketball, because I just see Oakland games, before the pandemic. Oakland games are rocking.
Right. No, Campy's done a great job with that program. So let's rank the programs in Michigan real quick. You got Michigan State. That's your top tier.
Yeah. The next one,
it's got to be Oakland or UAD, right?
No, Central.
Central?
I mean, I'm just.
Well, they just fired their coach, so.
Yeah.
Like, what are you saying? Ranking what? What are we ranking?
Just in relevancy or,
relevancy in sports.
Greatness.
Like most popular schools?
No, I'm talking just basketball.
Oh,
just basketball.
Oakland, I would put.
You would put Oakland?
I would put Oakland probably, because I'm thinking basketball at CMU. Who really have they had?
Chris Kaman back in the day.
Okay.
Yeah, Western has had a couple of NCAA appearances. I remember, like in early 2000s, Kylo Jones led them to the first round of the NCAA tournament.
OU's definitely. They got Kendrick Nunn. They had Kay Felder, Raul Marshall, Keith Benson. So it's like there's at least a few notable names, and especially right now with Kendrick Nunn. I mean, the dude's playing pretty well.
I think Oakland, probably outside of Michigan and Michigan State, has probably had the most NBA prospects in the past couple of years.
Yep. I would say so. I mean, UAD had Ray McCollum a couple years ago.
He was NBA for a short time.
It's still an NBA, man. I mean,
dude, Ray McCollum.
If you dip your toe in the pool, you played in the NBA.
Ray McCollum, I will never forget when he made that decision to go to UDM after leaving Country Day, was it?
Yep.
Left Country Day to go there to play with his dad. Like, that was the biggest news ever.
Yeah, it was a huge recruit for UAD.
Let me ask you this. If he were to go to a better university, do you think he would have had a better NBA career?
Potentially, because he would have probably gotten drafted higher.
Yeah.
But you don't know. I mean, you honestly don't know, because he dominated the Horizon League.
Right.
So it's tough to predict the future
they
like that.
dabbled in the tournament, too, with him a little bit, didn't they?
Yep. Yeah. No, he's a great player.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
But, then we go back to, Rashad Phillips when he was there. He took, UAD to the tournament, I believe it was twice. And he didn't end up having a pro career at all except over in Europe.
Ferndale High.
Ferndale almost made it to the state championship this year for basketball, man. And congratulations to all the MHSAA state champions, too. They got to play this last weekend, so I'm glad they were able to play out their entire season.
What about Wayne State?
What about Wayne State?
Their basketball program.
What about it?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think there's been anything there.
No, I've never really heard much.
Football, I mean, their football program always has a couple players that really take it to the next level.
Right.
Obviously, one being our own, Joik Bell.
Joik Bell, baby.
I just looking up. As we were talking, I'm looking up, trying to see who had notable players. I didn't know that Dan Marley went to Central Michigan.
Dan Thunder Marley, for
didn't
sure.
know that.
Yep. Yeah, that was. I mean, when was that? Like the early '80s?
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
But Marley could ball.
Yeah. He can ball. I just remember. Every time now it's the Last Dance ruined Dan Marley for me because I think it was like Jordan said that Jerry Cross was so high on Dan Marley that he just wanted to go ahead and go light him up,
destroy him. When I think of Dan Marley, I think of NBA Jam.
Oh,
dude.
You had to play with the Suns.
Yep.
Dan Marley
Kevin Johnson.
not miss.
Yep.
That was the team.
He's on fire. He's blowing up the rim. Dan Marley was the man in NBA Jam.
We move on to Steph Curry in the NBA. Now the Golden State Warriors all-time leading scorer after dropping 53 points and beating the Denver Nuggets last night, passing Wilt Chamberlain with 17,784 career points.
If you could pass Wilt Chamberlain in anything in life, you're doing something right.
That's unbelievable right there. Passing one of the all-time greats. Luka Doncic on this pregame. Look at his little warm-ups that he does. You can tell, obviously, he got a little soccer in him. Wait for it. Buckets.
You wonder how good these guys would be if they switched sports, too. Like, if Luka played soccer, he'd probably be a damn good soccer player.
And it's like, imagine playing pig or a game of horse with these guys.
Right.
Like the trick shots that they do, because I mean, you're playing basketball your entire life. I'm sure you're messing around 10-20% of the time at practice coming up with things like that. Dude mastered the freaking soccer move and hitting the
behind the backboard shot.
Now I have a question because I'm not trying to sound ignorant here, but overseas, is it mandatory to play soccer, or is it soccer is at least a second sport you play? Because it seems like a lot of overseas guys
first. A lot of these oversized soccer, a lot of these overseas,
they still have their skills, doing stuff like that. You're not playing around with a ball. You just do that. No. You played soccer.
I mean, outside the United States, soccer is it.
King.
It's it. It's everywhere. That's why, Fish, you love soccer so much, right?
Yeah, I love every sport. But yeah, it's big. I mean, it's like American football over here.
Yeah.
You grow up watching American football there. You grow up seeing soccer, and it's the easiest sport. All you need is a ball, and that's it. I mean, you can play it in your backyard, front yard, side yard. You can play it in your house. Kitchen.
That's why it's the most popular sport. It's the most accessible sport. And
all you need is a ball.
That's
honestly, the net even could be a trash can.
Honestly, you don't even need a ball. You could just put ball up some paper, or I believe they used to use skulls back in the day when they first started playing. Yeah, same thing with lacrosse. They use hamster skulls as the ball.
Well, even both of those sports, it's all you need is literally a stick for lacrosse and a ball.
Yep.
And it's simple sports, but then you get into a hockey. You need all that equipment. It's a much more expensive sport. But we're talking about affordability. You got to go to Bridge Street Exchange in downtown Fenton. We're actually going there after the show today. So if you're in Fenton at 2 o'clock, come on and hang out with us. We would love to meet you and maybe treat you to some gear. Why not? We'll
some
treat
Snoop Dogg underwear.
Snoop Dogg, and even got Snoop Dogg underwear. They literally have so much in there. Carhartt is my favorite brand to wear right now. Support a local business like Bridge Street Exchange. I even got my ring from there. They got a business in there called Titanium Buzz. So you can check out bridgestreetexchange.com. Code word WSN. It's going to get you 15% off your entire order. Or get there at 2 o'clock. We'll give you 15% off your entire order.
D-Mac.
Welcome back to the Morning Woodward Show on the Woodward Sports Network, Detroit's all-digital sports network. We appreciate you guys for following us and being a part of this on all social media. And like we said, we're so close to 10,000 on Facebook. Please invite some people because we want to get over 10,000 today. We're only like 140 away. And if everybody watching right now invites a couple people, we'll make it no problem. So thank you guys for all your support on every platform. And even if you got a Twitch, slide over to Twitch and watch us because we're on that now too. So thank you guys. Appreciate you so much. So the Pistons, we were talking a little bit about Killian Hayes and just about the Pistons in general. And I saw this quote from Josh Jackson. And I love this quote from Josh Jackson. It says, "You see our record, but teams coming in know no matter who's out, when you're playing the Pistons, you have to come to play." And that is the exact definition of what we want right now in this team. Like, we understand this team is not going to climb the mountaintop. But what we want people to understand is when you're coming in and you're playing these guys, it's going to be a tough night. Whether you beat their ass or not, it's going to be a tough night.
And that is why I'm enjoying watching them with their growing pains. It's like, again, it's not the fact that you're losing, it's how you lose. It's why you're losing. They were losing to start the season not because they were a young and inexperienced team, it's because they had a Derrick Rose you couldn't really keep on the floor and a bum-ass Blake Griffin who was out there, who was out there, acting like, doing some type of Shakespeare act. Now he's out there doing backflips and shit in Brooklyn. And now you got the younger guys out here busting their ass day in and day out, learning, getting their growing pains, getting in folks' grill. Blake Griffin returning, throwing elbows in his face. Big beef stew pissing off the Antetokounmpo brothers. It's like, I love it. They're with Josh Jackson quote right there, letting you know, like, hey, we know we're young, we know that we're inexperienced, but we're not gonna lie down. If you're gonna beat us, you're gonna have to kick our ass. If you're gonna, they're almost resembling what the Dan Campbell quote with the kneecaps. Hey, you know what? You knock us down, we're gonna come back up. Bite another kneecap. That's exactly what the Pistons are doing. They are taking pieces of teams with them when they go out in each of these games.
And that's the thing. You look at the record, 16-38. Like, it sounds way worse than it really is.
Yeah, that's bad.
We played teams like the Nets, lose to them by 2 points. And then it's so weird because we'll play the bad teams and get blown out by them. So it's like a really just lopsided season. But you can't deny the fact that this team is out there, young team, learning and growing. And that's all that we want to ask and see from them. And they've been doing a good job of that.
You said they're 16-38?
Yeah.
They're the best 16-38 team I've ever seen in my life.
And I'll take that. I'll take that.
Like, they got a chance against any team if you really think about it. It's just we're not consistent at all.
And that comes with youth. And really that's what we've been focusing on all season long is just, hey, these guys are young. It's going to take them time. There's a process behind what they're doing and how they got to learn to win. But the fact that they are competitive every night and they give you something to watch every night, because I'll watch a team lose as long as the all-out effort is there, because that's what's entertaining to me.
Yeah.
Like, if you remember back in the day, John Barry diving on the floor for balls. You love John Barry. That Pistons version sucked, but you love John Barry because it's like, yeah, Junkyard Dog, same thing. Jerome Williams. He wasn't on the best Pistons team, but when he was out there dogging it, that was your man. And it just seems like from 1 to 12 on this roster, they are all dogs like that.
And you know what's going to happen? Even when those guys, when they move on from those guys, you see how they moved on from a Luke Kennard, a Bruce Brown, okay, whatever, bye. When the Pistons move on from some of these guys, they're still going to be fan favorites just off the simple fact of how hard they competed here. The one thing that Detroit fans love more than anything is if you compete. Yep. You're a competitor. You'll always be beloved. Whether the team sucks or not, if you compete, you'll be loved. Because you just brought up JYD, Junkyard Dog. Every time Jerome Williams is in here, Detroit, when he was at the Big 3 game, people were fans like, oh, man, we loved you here. The team sucked, but his energy was contagious.
And that's irreplaceable, man, and especially in a city like Detroit, where that's our identity. Anytime a Detroit sports team has been good, it's because of that type of just dog mentality. We're going to outwork you, we're going to out-hustle you, and it's going to be a bad day when you play Detroit. And, you know, we've never really seen that meanness with the Lions except when they had Ndamukong Suh. Like that's really the only time I ever felt the Lions were just mean and angry and out there ready to hurt people every single game. Obviously, we had it with the Bad Boys Pistons and the Going to Work Pistons. Red Wings was more of a finesse team, but as you know, with guys like D-Mac that were on the team, they were finesse, but that was because they had guys like D-Mac that could protect their finesse players and mess you up if you messed with those guys. And then you get into the Tigers, and you know, anytime the Tigers are good, they're just dudes. Like, that's it. I don't know how else to describe them besides just like relatable dudes, like Verlander, Todd Jones when he was good. Miggy is hilarious. And I love that all of our teams are, like you said, kind of emulating each other. You know, the Pistons are kind of like the Dan Campbell, we're going to bite your kneecaps off. Because the way I hope this works out is in 3 to 4 years, Dan Campbell's sitting in the stands at LCA watching the Pistons play. Killian Hayes is at a Lions game, like back when it used to be that way with Barry Sanders and Steve Yzerman and Cecil Fielder and all those guys sharing everything.
The teams took on the identity of the city and supported each other because everybody was in the same boat, the same fight.
Yep.
So, you know, hopefully we get some more of that moving forward. And Detroit is really a great sports town, and I just really want to see it get back to that.
Charlie commented, Todd Jones was good, ? Yes, he was. Go back and look up the year. I think he had over 50 saves. Like, dude would come out of the bullpen. He would rip the arms off his Cartman doll and then run full speed. It was only 1 year. I'm not going to say Todd Jones was a trend-setting, life-changing closer for us, but Todd Jones is the man, in my opinion. Did he fall off at the end? Of course he did. So does every other person. That's why they're no longer with us. If they didn't fall off, they'd probably still be playing. So don't talk bad about Todd Jones. I like Todd Jones. That whole Tigers run was fun back in the early 2010s.
I miss it.
Yeah, I miss it too. So, Pistons, keep playing hard. Keep doing what you're doing. Everybody, at least on this panel, is watching and excited for years to come because I can't wait to when they are the team that's making it to the championship and we can go back and reference these times. Like, remember when Killian Hayes only played 7 games?
Yeah.
Or, remember when Josh Smith wasn't even a starter and now look at him? Like, I love being able to be a fan of a team when they suck, so when they're good, I can go back and point to those moments.
And because now we can say it can only get better.
And that's true, too.
That's it.
It can only go up from here. Let's take a break. When we come back, it is time for Mr. Fish with his brilliant facts of the day right here on the Woodward Sports Network.
Hey, it's Joey from Woodward Sports, and I am here in downtown Fenton at Bridge Street Exchange. This place has so many amazing things for guys. And ladies, this is the hidden spot that you got to come check out. I'm talking Thorogood boots, best boots ever. They have barware. They got the Stormy Cromer hats. They got Carhartt hats, a huge Carhartt selection. They even got Snoop Dogg underwear. So go check them out, bridgestreetexchange.com, and use the code word WSN for 15% off.
Is it time? Yeah, it is. Fish!
Go fish.
Fish facts.
It's fish!
Every morning about this time, we throw it to our man Fish over there in the fish bowl, and he dazzles us with tremendous facts from all around the world. And Fish, what do you got today, buddy?
All right, well, yesterday, we had a good old video yesterday. We had some guy dunking in his kitchen. Today we go out to a school where just a normal school, I'm assuming before COVID, as you'll see in the video by no masks. Some guy, the teacher, is just trying to recycle, as any teacher should. He has a different way of recycling, and it's pretty cool how he recycles the bottle.
Oh, man.
That's how you impress your class.
Yeah,
how many
you say
American
on that?
flags do they need in that room?
What do you say on that? You don't say Kobe. What do you say on that one?
Ronaldo. Pele.
Yeah, so he's pretty unique. I still don't know. I watched it like 10 times. I still don't know how he flicked the bottle.
That's a hell of a shot.
Let's try to recreate that one today. That's a simple one.
All
I
right,
got the Gatorade bottle right here.
Yeah, do we have a bottle, Joey?
I got it. Let's do it.
All right.
All right.
We can do it. I will fail miserably, but we can do it. Okay, let's go to facts. Stephen Curry played last night. As Joey talked about it, he did very well. 53 points, 14 of 24, 10 from 18 3, 15 of 16 free throws. 7th career game with 50-plus points and 10-plus threes. No other player in NBA history has had more than 2.
That's insane.
10-plus threes.
That's insane. That is an insane stat that no other player has more than 2.
Yeah, and he passed Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, which makes sense because all he's doing is shooting threes. But it's still
Kareem
impressive.
or
Wilt Chamberlain.
Okay.
Past Wilt Chamberlain.
Curry is like 200 threes away from the all-time record. All-time three-point leader.
Who holds it right now?
Ray Allen.
Okay.
Yeah, that's going to take 3 games. He'll have that beat in 3 games.
We go to Russell Westbrook, our good old friend. He 22 points. The last 15 games, he's got 22.8 points per game, 15 rebounds per game, 12 assists per game. He leads the league in assists and is second in rebounds in that span.
He's such an enigma, man. Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook. He's such a talented player, but he can't win a damn thing. It's so weird.
No, and he probably won't win a ring.
Yeah, no, I don't see that ever happening.
Once he gets to the right team.
No.
Man. He'll win. He won't win as the man though.
Right. He'll win in like 5 years with LeBron and the Lakers. Like that's what's gonna happen.
And Bronny.
Right, and Bronny.
Does he like LeBron?
I don't know. Russell Wilson. He doesn't like anybody.
He doesn't. He hates people.
No, they're all cool. I think him, LeBron, Chris Paul, they all kind of like hang in the off.
Yeah, I know they got the whole banana boat thing or whatever.
The banana boat
that
thing.
they do. Today is April 13th.
That's right.
Almost lost what day it is. April 13th. And today on April 13th, we had a Masters. Tiger Woods won his first Masters a long time ago. Not really. 1997. That was the 61st Masters. He won by 12 strokes. That's the record. And second place was 4 under par.
Yeah, Tiger Woods, dominant.
He dominated.
Not a bad golfer.
No, he changed golf forever. And the other stat we have is the Hartford Whalers played their last NHL game.
Today?
Today.
What
Yep.
year?
1997.
Okay.
So same year. So Tiger won the Masters. Hartford Whalers had their last NHL game.
Like it.
And they moved to Carolina, right? Carolina Hurricanes? Is that who they are? Okay, cool. You guys. All right, baseball record. Barry Bonds, 2004. Hit his 661st career home run, passing his godfather, Willie Mays, on his on the MLB all-time list.
Yeah, I actually remember that moment. It was a crazy moment, and Willie Mays was obviously a tremendous player, and Barry Bonds, he's got an interesting legacy he left behind. Great player, but steroids really, really pumped up his career.
Probably won't get in the Hall of Fame, right?
No, not at this point. Him and Roger Clemens, I don't see it ever happening.
We have a birthday today. 1979. He's a basketball player. You guys want to guess?
1979 basketball player. Is he currently playing?
No. He used to be a coach, I think.
He used to be a coach?
Yeah.
And a player?
Yes.
What team did he coach?
I want to say the Cleveland Cavaliers, I think.
Oh,
long time ago.
A long time ago?
Well, not a long time ago.
Mike.
JB Bickerstaff?
No.
Who is it?
Byron Davis.
Oh, Baron Davis.
Baron Davis. Baron Davis.
Baron Davis.
Baron.
Yeah.
Baron Davis. He was born in California. He wasn't a coach?
Nope. He was not a coach. He was a hell of a point guard, though.
With the Hornets.
There was a game against the Pistons where the Pistons were up by 1 point. An inbound play came, 2 seconds left. Baron Davis did not take a shot. He took it to the rim and ended the game on a dunk. Devastating.
Baron Davis is one of those players who's, I want to say, I don't know if underappreciated is the right word or not. But he had a sneaky career.
He's part of the whole reason the Golden State Warriors are what they are today.
Yeah, people don't remember the We Believe era.
No,
that team was
Team was fun.
Man.
They were stacked.
Happy Tuesday. Those are your facts.
Hey, thank you, Fish. We appreciate you for coming on every day about 9:50 with your facts. It is now time for Joey's Dumbass of the Day.
Now to present the award.
It is Joey.
It is time.
Dumbass
To the day.
Why would you do that? And the loser is...
Question for you guys. If you get a notification right now on your phone and it says, $1.2 million has been deposited in your bank. What are you doing?
I'm replying and telling them thank you.
No, for real. Like, serious question. Accidentally gets deposited in your account. What are you going to do?
I'm out. I'm withdrawing and closing that account.
So there's a Louisiana woman who had this happen to her, and she received the funds from Charles Schwab and transferred them into a different account immediately.
Ooh.
Genius, right? I mean,
Well, not if you're just transferring it.
Right. So that's what she looks like. The dumbass, to me, is this Charles Schwab employee, because she opened up an account with them in January, and then the company was supposed to put $82.56 into her account. Somehow makes the mistake of depositing $1.2 million, spends this money to get a new house, brand new car, and then she gets arrested for fraud.
Damn.
Correct.
Damn.
But like, here's the thing: you're not supposed to spend the money in the United States, you dummy. You're supposed to
Thank
leave.
you, Corey.
Yeah, you're supposed to, like, you cash out.
You can, I cash out.
Where are you moving to? $1.2 million. I hand it to you today. Where are you running to?
Well, first, as I'm cashing out, I'm looking at where there's no U.S. extradition, laws at, so I'm gonna get it sitting back over here. So yeah, probably going somewhere far away and changing my name to Hector or Julio.
Okay, so you're heading south. All right, Joey, where are you going?
I'm going to the Bahamas. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm thinking like Amsterdam. That's where I would head. Amsterdam. Switzerland, maybe, because you can hide in Switzerland.
Yeah,
and they got those
nobody
Swiss
coming
bank
for you
accounts. Yeah, that's where I'm going. I'm going Switzerland, then I'll travel. Get
So
a
what do
fake
you do?
ID.
You just walk up to the bank and say, "Hey, I just want to withdraw my $1.2 million."
I guess. I mean, banks today don't have cash on them at all. What
I
I
wonder
would have
how
done
much
is
I could get.
I just bought up as much crypto as possible with it, and then be like, "Good luck getting your crypto back."
Yeah, I think my mom was a bank manager. She said they don't really have that much in there, because I remember one time she told me this. Hopefully she doesn't get mad. She said she's seen like 6 figures in front of her, and in the bank, and she said she went home sick because she said she never seen that much money in person. She said she had to go home.
Yeah,
$100,000 in. Damn.
Well,
Yeah,
she
how
said
much is a stack of 100? It's like the little pack.
It's like 10 G's.
It's 10 G's.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Now,
crazy.
I know somebody who pulls out like 30, 40K cash from the banks every once in a while, and the person that he has to do it from him has to go to different banks because banks don't carry 50K on them or something like that. So he's got to go get 20K here, 10K here, and another 20K here.
Damn.
Yeah, so robbing banks has got to be such a completely different experience now that everything's digital.
Yeah, you gotta switch it up now. You gotta rob Charles Schwab, it sounds like.
There you go. So yeah, that is our dumbass of the day. Let's make it official right now. You ready, Fish? Fish, give me the thumbs up.
Dumbass. You dumbass.
You dumbass. Thank you guys for waking up with the Morning Woodward Show right here on the Woodward Sports Network. We appreciate everybody who dropped a comment, dropped a message, followed us, retweeted, did everything that you could do to help grow this network. We appreciate you. We're taking over Detroit, and it's all because of you. So thank you guys so much. Have a great Tuesday. Joey and I are going out to Bridge Street Exchange in Fenton, so if you're in that area, come see us, and I think we're going to knock out a Coney review while we're out there, too.
We are.
Dang, y'all killing a couple of birds with one stone.
Fenton Coney, we're coming for you.